Hello, fellow traders. I'm glad to be back here once again. So this week, I would say this week wasn't meant to be a bad week. It was a good week actually, but I didn't really benefit from the week in the way I would have wanted. That's even if I even benefited at all from the week. So it wasn't a bad week, but the way the market moved wasn't really good as well. Yeah, because there were too much of deep pullbacks or retracements, which is not really good for the way we trade, because normally when you're in the market, you just want to see it move to your direction, whichever way it wants to, maybe steadily or maybe with impulse, so long as it just keeps on going to your direction. But not that when you are over one point something are up and the market just runs back to your entry point and then starts moving again in your direction. So all those kind of things are not what we really want to see when in trading. But that's what happened this week. Happened on Tuesday, happened on Wednesday, happened on Thursday. Yeah, but Friday was just a complete reversal. So and that really affected me. That was the main reason why I was unable to come out with a profit this week. On Monday was very good for me. I was very close to coming out of drawdown on Monday. Yeah, but so on Tuesday was the day I was supposed to come out of drawdown, but this thing I just talked about really affected me. Then on Wednesday I didn't trade. On Thursday I didn't trade. Yeah, well I would show you guys in chat, but I just know that this deep retracement pullback was not really good for me this week. Yeah, and my funded account is still there, it's still good. Um, I don't know. I don't even know how the progress is not really there. Yeah, yet. Yeah, but at least the account is still very good. There's no fear of losing it at this point. And also the fact that I'm trading 0.5% as well has also helped me, because if I were trading 1%, by now maybe I would have been in the lower half of the account and that would have unsettled me a bit. But even with the series of losses I've taken over the weeks, I'm still steady, I'm still above, I'm still a bit afloat. So that's one good thing about trading funded accounts. It's good to always just put the risk at where you can be comfortable trading it. Yeah, I know some people think that it's a 5K account. Why not just go heavy on it? When you go heavy on it, you lose it, you are back to square one. So why waiting? That's why I have to buy a 25K account. So that at least, even if I'm trading conservatively when funded on that account, I know that the returns will be massive. And that's also why it's good to buy a higher account. If I had money, I would have bought a 50K account. So I know that, imagine that this 5K account was a 50K account I passed. Instead of risking $25 per trade, I'll be risking $250 per trade. I can come out with a 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, and the profit is going to be very, very, not very tangible, at least tangible. So that's the summary of my this week's performance. So I'll go into my finance account now and show you guys how my accounts are doing. So this is my fundednext account, and immediately you can see that I am of this 25K account. Remember I told you I was trading gold separately on this 25K account. Of course, I would not, after learning my hard lessons in February, I'm definitely going to trade the same strategy on these two accounts. Yeah, so I'm doing something entirely different on this, while I still maintain my regular trading on this 5K account. Yes, so for this 25K account, I'm just just testing a strategy on gold that involves on 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute entry. 15 minutes trend, 1 minute entry, which is what I'm trying here. And I'm trying a very little amount. So that's why you see there's a little profit on the account. Last week when I showed this account, it was a bit slightly in loss, but this week is in slightly in profit. Yeah, I'm not ready to start talking about this account yet, so let it just be there. By next week I'll show you guys again what's going on the account. Yeah, when I secure payout on this account, then I may decide if I want to use this strategy I use on this 5K account instead on this 25K account, because it's that same strategy that helped me pass phase one and phase two on 5K account. So maybe it will help me pass phase one and phase two on 25K account. But for now, I will not trade this one and this one the same time. Yeah, that's just the summary of it. So I'll go into my 5K account now and show you guys what's going on there. So I'm in my 5K account now, and immediately you can see that I'm 3% down on this account. And this week I came up to as much as only 1% down, but then took some losses again and came back to 3% down, which was where I think I was last weekend. So it definitely means I didn't make progress this week. Even though the Monday was very good, Tuesday was just there, but then I lost heavily on Thursday, on Friday, yesterday. Yeah. Okay, so my end date is 3rd of September. So the 3rd of September gives me only 1 week. Yeah, my payout, my end date is 3rd of September, so that means I have the whole of next week and 3 days in the coming week to get this account out of drawdown if I intend to get a payout. And that doesn't look like a very difficult thing to do. You only have to have a very good week next week and have I can even come out of drawdown next week if I have a very good week. If I win 2 out 3 times, I'm out of drawdown. But that was just the problem I had this week. Yeah, but okay, so that's it for that. If you go into trading overview, you will notice that my account has been actually going down for since I got it, and at some point I tried to revive it, and then it ultimately starts going down again, and that's what happened here. I think this was the first week, and that's what happened this week again. On Monday was very good for me. You can see the spike back up to this is 4943, so that was just almost 1% out of drawdown, and then starts going down again. This giving me some nostalgic feeling because I've had this experience like a couple of times this year, and I hope that this is not what's about to happen again. But I ultimately believe that I should be able to raise this back up to above break even and get some profit so I can secure a payout. Okay, so I'll move on to trading view now, and so I can show you what's going on there. So you can see this funny spike that happened yesterday. I don't even want to talk about it. So let me just go to Monday. Monday was 18th of August, and you would notice that this trend was definitely bearish on Monday. If I don't really have, you can just see what happened. It was completely bearish. So, but if you go into the 15 minutes, you can see some patterns in the movement. For this one, there was a break of this level here, and then it was a very clear sell from the onset, and I was able to I was able to win up to 3 hour on this move. And then on Tuesday was what messed me up because there were some false movements. So there was this first one that looked like it was going to continue after this pullback. It looked like it was going to continue the move, but then it took me out. Then I don't even know what made me think that okay, maybe I now thought that this market would rise up to this level. So I entered for a buy position here, and then it didn't make that move. It just took me out in stop loss again, and that was how I took 2 losses on this day. Then on later that day, I saw this move again. I decided to get into it. I was able to recover my losses for that day. Yes, so and that was how Tuesday went. So I just was a little down, but not very, very down on that day. Then on Wednesday was the most terrible day, and that was because of this nonsense that happened. We're sailing downwards before this strong move to the upside. We looked like a reversal occurred, and then took me out at break even. This trade would have been the one to take me out of drawdown into profit, but this break even that was hit just destroyed everything. And then so on Thursday I didn't see anything. This Thursday, yeah, on Thursday I didn't take any trades. On Friday, I thought that this bearish move will continue at this point, but then it ultimately failed and took me out at loss, and that was how I ended the week. So this the week was should have been good, I think, if not for all those deep pullbacks. I think that deep pullback happened also on Tuesday, but luckily for me, if I think it even took me out once before the second one round went. I had to use a very big stop loss. If you look closely on this, you will see that this first one took me out. Then this second one, I had to use a very big SL to just remove the possibility of a false move again, and so I was able to get something out of this. All right, so that's how the week went. It wasn't. It was just for me. I think I would say it was a break-even week, and it should have been a profitable one. But and the week started actually good out good, but there were some very nonsense. Let me just call it nonsense deep pullbacks that normally doesn't happen that way with pound USD, but maybe it's just how the week wanted to be. But it's fine. It's fine. You're still afloat. I just hope that this coming week would just be a steady week, a soft week that would not really come with too many surprises, so that we can get out of drawdown and secure some profit for withdrawal. Alright, guys, so if you enjoyed my video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.